Radio check. Radio check. Lurk at work is in the AO. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can join us today for another round of Motorsport Manager. And hopefully, it'll be the last run of the Asia Pacific Super Cup 2026 season. And we can come back to our old stomping grounds in the European Racing Series so we can rebuild, or actually finally properly build up our capabilities and move up properly next time. Anyway, a bit of a recap. We were performing really poorly so far. We've been performing really poorly so far. Bit of a boost up in Vancouver, mostly because there was a crash and all. But that still does not give us any points, and we're still pretty much dead last. We've only got 2 more stages to finish, and then we can go back to the ERS and probably... oh, sweet. Probably no more, worry, don't worry anymore about the annoying last runs, $43 million. 2 more races to go, and we're expected to drop, so we're not really going to, sorry, Chief, we can't really give you any more jobs. Okay, what do we want? How much voting power? I still have 5 voting power, but I can just abstain because I'm not really going to benefit from this. Okay, they're keeping it short. Wonder if the voting power count... Yeah, the voting power carries over even if I change levels, so... Gerard? Gerard who? It's Gerard. Jean-Pierre Gerard. Ooh, seriously? Eee, dang, that's a lot of drop. 16% per week? Dangerous Dueler. Dedicated. How old is he? 34. Pretty much the same as our... He was one of the top drivers for Firebird, but he was dropped to reserve in 2022. Dang. Speaking of the European Racing Series, looks like they're currently in Beijing, and Ozu scoring a rather surprising 1-2 with both of their drivers getting podium, though instead of the veteran Sam Gansler, it's Vito Rimenams from Belgium who scores pole, snatching the 22 points needed to get something out of it. Mok Ji-yu from Archer rounds out the top 3. Rimenams also gets fastest lap bonus, so he gets extra 2 points there. Unfortunately, that's not really doing much for Ozu, who are currently down in 4th and way behind. There's no chance that they will be able to get back into the leads at this point. However, on the other end of things, Vexala Motorsport is now only 26 points away from Lucatelli Racing. Lucatelli... Hang on, where's Easel? Easel finished only 8. Well, her teammate... Where's the other one? It's a Tolfik. Tolfik finished 13th. Not a good look for the current team leaders. Meanwhile, Vexala isn't doing as good either, I think. Rivadero actually finished pretty well here at 4th. And the other Vexala driver, Ward. Now, Ward is the one that's a bit more unlucky today, only finishing at 15th. Not exactly a good spot for the Vexala guys, but they still have a chance with 2 more races in the series. If they can at least get a 1-2, there's a good chance they can come back and snatch the championship. What? Lawsuit! Oh, dang it. No, due to an injunction, we cannot name the driver in question. Word around the Asia Pacific Super Cup paddock is that one of the once industry drivers has signed up for the mysterious sect of Zodion. It's long been rumored that the sect has been attempting to recruit more celebrities to the cause, with the cult's hierarchy keen to spread the word of Zodion in any way possible. Ex-driver Fabio Torino claims that he was approached to join the cult, but turned him down after reading the second-rate science fiction that they call a Bible. There's no point. Boss Sue's already pretty down in the dumps. Look at his ratings. Probably just can I switch him out to reserve? Nah. There's no point. Let's just go through the motions and finish this right quick. Medium speed, acceleration. So that's going to be annoying. Like, seriously annoying. Since we'll have to see Vosu struggle even more, even without the ERS to think about. Ooh, what the heck? Tarasenko jumping up in driver points here. She is now on top at 59 points, a very, very slim lead over her teammate Naito, who is at with 58 points, and the original driving leader, Husted, is now down second, tied with Naito at 58 as well. The main issue here is that Balcazar from Rossini is also in the running still with 57 points. The top 4 racers are very close, and there's only 2 races left. So it's anybody's game so far. Meanwhile, on the team standings, it's also a pretty close fit, with Steinman now at only 2 points ahead of Scuderia Rossini, which pretty much puts them in a bit of a bind. Now, there is a good chance that if Rossini manages to score another big win in the next leg of the race, Steinman might be thrown out of the team championship lead, unless Steinman manages to push up with the drivers. Surprise finisher for the podium is Windsor Racing's Makarova, with a pretty damaging lead here. Ow, ow, ow. My head. Oh yeah, and before anything else, I kind of forgot. I'm very sorry that we started very, very late today. I had some important stuff that suddenly came up, and I had to prioritize that. I had to finish that up real quick and a little too close. Now I'm also having a bit of an issue with a bit of a migraine. Hopefully it won't be affecting us much. Rafael Rodriguez from Torun GT team. Currently bang on. Phoenix! Oh god, it's another sprint race, which means we need to focus on speed. Yeah. We can invest on these guys once we have the money-making power and the passives, I think. So what do we want here? Since just like Sydney and Vancouver, no, just like Vancouver, Phoenix is going to be a sprint race. Spirits are likely to struggle. Okay, here we go. Let's get this done and over with. We're not gonna get any more big payouts since our sponsors are now pretty poor, and our driver marketability has gone down the drain as well. So here's hoping we're actually gonna get something still. Ooh, hard tires. I haven't had hard tires in a while. Last time was in the uh, Russian leg of this season. Wait a second. We're just going to do the we're just going to do the Daytona circuit. What the heck? So that's why it's a sprint. Well, this is going to be really tricky. So we got hard, mediums, and softs. We can go for hards. Hards for durability, then switch over to mediums, and then go for softs. I want to be as durable as possible, so we'll focus on keeping the performance of the hards up to snuff, and then we'll have to worry about trying to keep it in the turns. Daytona! This is literally just the Daytona Speedway. What the heck? Prime Perch. And this reminds me, you guys, I'm sure some of you guys managed to watch the Tokyo Auto Salon V1 Grand Prix, which is pretty much a mini invitational of some VTubers to do a couple of runs. And the first map they rode into was the Daytona Speedway, and this just reminds me of how pretty much this whole thing is indeed just a speedway. A bit more handling, a bit less downforce, and it's going to be about speed. And go for hards. We need to go for longer runs. I know Ario Leonette needs... Oh crap. Ario Leonette would be nice with everything else, but I'm expecting her to do... expecting her to do hards as well, even though she's supposed to be driving at softs. Because I want the hards to be as durable as possible. Right, let's see if this thing works right. And then put her at 4 laps. Okay, race trim as well. Let's run it. It is kind of funny seeing a full set of enclosed buildings in the pit lane. As everybody knows that the Daytona pit lane is more like kiosks, mostly. It's just gonna be left turn, left turn, left turn, left turn. And tire wear is gonna be a very, very important factor here. Left turn, left turn, left turn, left turn. Dang it, our drivers are way behind. 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Well, it is because we're not using the best parts out just here to let them run. So we can just go back home and finish off, or go back home and get some more money by rebuilding our HQ. Okay, that should be enough. I don't think F1 has done Daytona, have they? The only open wheel I can think of that could possibly do Daytona would be... what was it? What was the American Open Cam again? Hang on. American Open Wheel. IndyCar, right. The only guys I know that would be in Daytona would be IndyCar. Yeah, they haven't, but the drivers have. Though they usually they usually drive using what do you call it? Using endurance cars rather than their open wheel cars. Okay, hard tires level 2. Ugh, we're getting out. We're getting blue flagged here. Too aggressive with the wing angles. Okay, got you. This is going to be the most. What? What was that? What was that random braking over there? That's concerning. Okay. Aggressive wings. Okay. Alright, we'll bring in Vasu in since he's complaining about parts. Handling is poor, speed balance is poor. But the downforce is now pretty decent and we'll probably have to. Alright, let's go out. We've still got 6.5 minutes for practice, but we need to work things out a bit better out here. I guess this will be a bit more exciting when the actual race starts because this is kind of hypnotizing to watch, and I'm starting to feel a bit. Whoa! Why is there a cracked segment over there? Okay, hard tires are now at level 3. I can probably switch out to softs after this. Way better on the arrows. Nice one, got you. Okay, dang it. He keeps complaining. Running longer ratios? Okay, even longer ratios apparently, so just a stack. Smidge of a boost. Downforce is great. Keep it at 3 laps. Switch over to no. Switch over to mediums. Nah, let's go for mediums. Durability over speed at this rate. Rio Leonette is now down at 12th, not exactly performing as well as I thought she would be. We've got 3.5 minutes left. Cloudy still, but there doesn't seem to be any. Oh, way too short now. Okay. 3 minutes left. Let's see if we can fix things up here. Base trim level 3. That's good. That's good. There is a lot of banking on this side, but I guess they are not using the banking. Since they're not, they're open wheel cars, and banking isn't exactly something open wheelers would do. And keep it at 12. Keep it at 4 laps. Tire choice is now switched over to softs, maybe. only got 2 minutes left. Hopefully we'll be able to get something out of it. Ooh, Vosu got a jump on that. Sweet. Qualifying trim level 2. Do I want to go for manual qualifying? Because I really can't get this thing done right. Alright, let's do it one car at a time. See if that changes anything. Limiter on the straights again? Oh well. We'll have to change it in qualifying, see if that provides some benefits. At the very least, Vosu is now up to 7th. That's very helpful. Why do they brake on... They brake like that when they're entering the pit lane? Is it because of the pit limits? Ooh, speed balance needs to be adjusted. Oh well. We'll wait until we can... Downforce feeling a bit off now. Vosu actually got a bit more out of that. And mostly because we were using medium tires, but still, the fact that we outpaced these guys, even Firebird, with our medium tires is a pretty good sign, even though it's Vosu. We'll have to see if we can actually get something out of this. It's super overtake and qualifying trim. So yes, spots and qualifying trim. Oh! So be more... Okay, that should be good. Keep it in soft. Downforce. All hunky-dory. Ow. Okay, maybe the understeer needs a bit less... Okay, let's see if this works. I have to go with the softs here. But I really am not a fan of weight stripping, to be honest. Our parts aren't exactly that good anyway, so... Let's do this one driver at a time. Hopefully this will work. That freaking brake! It's always the brakes! I can't get the brakes to work properly, it's annoying. No way in heck we're gonna get past Armoa. See? Oops. Still a bit like, ugh! Good and great, that's not what I want. Yep, Vosu's now in 4th. Ooh! Oh man, that looks awful. Yeah, he keeps dropping. I'd settle for at least getting into 10th. Mid-pack would be nice. Perez went down to 13th. Okay, let's see if we can get Vosu up. Speed balance could still use some work. Okay, let's go with this. Keep the same tires, then rush out. Let's see if we can get Vosu out. It's much better if we alternate than instead of sending them out simultaneously, though some people actually have the ability to do that even without, what do you call it, without engineer or mechanic perks. Ah, there we go, Vosu is now down. brakes are overheated, but the tire temp's perfect. Let's see if we can at least get Vosu up to 10th again. Okay, a bit. Understeer. I could probably work on the understeer a bit more, a little less. Let's see if this works. Got 5 and no, we got 6 minutes left technically. Maybe we'll get something out of this. Come on, Vosu, at least get us back to 10th. You're getting greens. That should be a good sign, right? Right? Come on, man. This is your last season. Dang it. Getting Vosu out there. Good enough! Vosu caught some traffic jams out there, and that's annoying. 4.5 minutes left. Can we still save this? Speed balance could still work. Okay, a bit longer then. One more run with Vosu, or can we go with another two, at least another one? Come on, Perez. Oh, come on, Perez! 19th. But that's pretty much it. It's always the brakes with Vosu, which is kind of annoying. Oh, we still have another chance to get another lap out of this. That's annoying, like, they always slow down when they're entering the pit lane here. I'm sure you can actually enter this pretty fast, it's just... Okay, currently excellent top speed, it's just... a little less downforce there. We'll understeer then. This only counts as good understeer. Okay, one more run. Not confident that this will work. Our numbers aren't exactly doing as good as they were earlier. Yep, 13th. Vosu might be stuck in 13th. 2.5 minutes left. And they're still driving, so there's a good chance Vosu might actually drop again. Dang it! Ah! Okay, one more chance for Voss. Ooh! He's got purples now. That's great. One more chance for Vosu. Let's see if we can actually get out of this. At least get us to 10th. Come on. Venezuela tunes in Armo. At least Ruiba. Amachi seems to be in a good mood out here. It's always the brakes. Always the brakes. Now, yeah, 22 seconds. Perez will have to settle for 19th. Vosu might have to settle for less as well. He's now down to 20% on the tires. Might even drop further. Nah, that's pretty lame. Buenos Aires scores pole. Vosu at the very least is at 13, so that's probably gonna help him. Let's go for endurance again. There's the usual. Vosu, meanwhile, is already on the way out, unfortunately. Kind of a shame, really. Okay, no, let's not go with super overtakes. Race trim to hard tires again. Hard tires, race trim as well. Why can I not get the downforce to work properly? I don't get it. What is wrong with the downforce setup? I don't have any greens on either downforce or steering. You know what? Let's go with this tire choice. Keep it at hards. Keep it in fuel max. Tire choice hards. We're going for hard since we're in the back. I know Vosu is currently in the middle, but I feel like I could stay a bit better if he is in hard mode still. I think durability is more something they should use. Here we go. 43 laps on a quick sprint in the not Daytona race course. Buenos Aires is already cracking things up. Vosu! Let somebody slip away, that's Parker. And now that's McDeasy saw me. Davis, Lee, Esteva. Both of our drivers are now in the back. Really quick trip here, and everybody else is already using ERS. Yeah, really not getting anything out of this. Buenos Aires is already pretty down on tires, though. 69%. Guess we can push our tires as well because they're getting cold. 40 laps to go. Could be changing it around 12, 13. How many laps do these tires go? Already lap 5. That's pretty quick. Well, it is, as you might remember, a sprint course. Speedway, so to speak. Although, because of the vehicle limitations, they're not using the bank turns and just staying in the apron. Was that smoke just now? A lot of ERS up front. Santori is already pretty low in durability. Or no, yeah, it is Santori, right? Yep, Santori has gone to the pit lane already. Vosu getting blue flagged pretty early in the race. Only lap 7, and he already got blue flagged there. Santori going for a push. Everybody getting blue flagged. One hell of a run here. Really no point in commentating because it's very confusing watching them all go. All the blue flag, and now Santori has gone ahead as well. Ooh, what the heck? That's Laser Ruba just zooming across the straight into the hairpin. rather into the back turn. 34 laps to go. Tires still seem to be pretty much on the run here. Although being blue flagged like this is kind of annoying. That's Laser Reba already going for pits into hards. Speaking of going for pits, our drivers are now down to nearly 50% on the tires as we start lap 11. Getting a little loopy here. Especially because of the blue flag condition. Whoa! The Linkfist on the rush there, probably trying to get some distance with the other drivers before he goes for a pit change. Wachowski is now on top, but she is about to go for a pit change as well. Linkfist calling for a pit change now. With 31 laps to go, and our drivers are still in the back. Ooh! Blue flag there as we start lap 14 rather, 30 laps remaining. The drivers are still rolling pretty decently. By decently, I mean they're well behind. 75 and 80-second gap with the leader Buenos Aires. That's how bad our current runs are. Wonder if you can just ask to simulate these runs. We still got one more. Wow, everybody getting blue flag. That's a double blue flag now. 28 laps to go. I think Perez might be in a good spot to pit out. I'll keep the fuel options. Can keep our parts as is. Walser still at 27. 26. Have to switch out soon. And we're gonna keep the sauce for the last leg of the race if we can make it. 23 seconds. Ugh. I can't tell if that's smoke or if that's desert, or is that desert dust maybe? I don't know. Oh, hang on. There's no point trying to chase him. We'll just have to drive through here and hopefully keep driving. Wow, that's triple blue flag for Vosu and Perez now. Really funny watching this happen in real time. I wonder if this could actually happen if F1 actually goes to Daytona, though. Oh, that's the fourth blue flag. Ugh. Buenos Aires just running loops around everybody else. What the heck? 19 seconds ahead of Stephenson. Tunizin trying to get into it, but he's gonna have to stick in the pit lane for the time being. Now, Tunizin is still there, but somebody else went for a pit crew. Lays Ruiba at third, but he's 26 seconds behind Zardo, who's now in and out of the pit lane. And with that pit stop, Tunizin is trying to get away now. The big lead earlier has disappeared. 21 laps to go. Fuel is pretty low. Perez has gone for semi-use mode. We're just watching the leaders up here trying to fight against each other. Now, Buenos Aires is back on top, taking over the spot from her teammate. Can't tell if that... No, it wasn't team orders, I think. Lays Ruiba in third, but he is 8 seconds behind. Not exactly a close contender here. The teammates are just racing against each other. It's a bit of a bump. Very dangerous driving because of all the blue flags. On some very narrow roads to boot, since they're not using the banks. 18 laps to go, and both of our drivers are still getting blue flag. 133 seconds behind. This is really sad to watch. Well, that's expected since we came into the Asia Pacific Super Cup totally unprepared. I should have just asked somebody else to get back into that. Keep driving. Keep driving. Let's Tune's in the pit lane now with some parts issues, apparently. And up on top, Buenos Aires is now starting to get her lead up again. 10 seconds ahead of Amachi. 13 seconds ahead of Armoa. Amachi using her not blue shell. She's using her mushrooms to get some speed in and closing the gap with Buenos Aires, but she's also eating up her tires rather quickly. 14 laps to go. And now Perez is down to 30% on her tires. Good time to back up on that one. Back up on that as well. 13 laps to go. Buenos Aires taking advantage of everybody else going for pit lanes rather quickly. Now she's increasing the gap even more. 16 seconds ahead of Buchalski. Les Ruiba now 33 seconds ahead. Amachi snaps third, but she's still down at 30. Perez will have to do something about that. We don't want them to suddenly run out. 11 laps to go. Both of our drivers are still well behind. Ooh. Nobody out there. And to conserve these tires, and hopefully she can make it to the end of the race. Vosu's gonna have to pit. Oh, a bit of a mistake in the rear. That's multiple mistakes. Somebody's gonna get fired. 3 mistakes. That's a lot of people getting fired at the end of the season. Well, that's pretty much the cherry on top of our garbage Sunday. Just a couple more laps to go. Perez gets a personal best in Phoenix. 43 seconds. Not exactly the best running. Way behind everybody else. So let's just see if they can actually finish this with this setup. 6 laps to go. Surprisingly bone dry, despite the fact that I think they said that it was gonna rain with a 20% chance of rain, that is. Guess it didn't happen. Multiple blue flags. Let's just let them end this, come on. 4 laps to go. 3 laps to go. Perez using her DRS to help conserve fuel. 2 laps remaining, just a bit more. Ooh, Sylvander ran wide. That's gonna put him down a bit. And here comes the final lap. There is Buenos Aires with a dominating performance here in Phoenix. Fortunately, her teammate didn't seem to make it through. That totally sucked, man. Buenos Aires surviving, even though she's already down to 18% on her durability. That's one more. We just need to finish one more, and we can finally say goodbye to the Asia Pacific Super Cup, go back to the RS, rebuild from there, and hopefully get something out of it. Ooh! Parker with a penalty, 4 places because of some parts violations. Not exactly a good sign for her. On the tail end. And what's the last leg of the Asia Pacific season? 2026 season, rather? Uh, Well, Sue's stats have gone down significantly. No. Sweetest spots has dropped, I think. Dang it! 3% drop. We still got 51,000 out of that. I don't know where exactly. Probably HQ income or whatever. There's nothing. Let's get us out of here. One more race. Where is that? Is it Tondela? It is Tondela. Finishing the series. A really bad run. Not a lot in car drops, thankfully. Okay, what do you want? Yeah, can she join us, though? I don't think she'll be, in the mood to drop. 3! Uh... Where's our best crewman? That's Kanazawa. Kanazawa should swap soon. Or, okay, we'll probably have to let him rest a bit. That's going to be it for Phoenix. Now we're going back to Tondela. What's the orientation for Tondela this time? Okay. I can't see it from here. Look at that. Ugh. Esprit and Watson Industries don't have any points at all. It's kind of a shame, really. Repair complete. We don't have anything else to do. Oh, sponsors! I saw a sponsor offer. Luxina. Offer expires after 2 races. Fine. It's better than nothing at this point. Krantz is retiring. Who's this? Ruiz Motorsport Krantz. Ah! A pay driver. And Ruiz is currently in the Asia Pacific Super Cup as well. Okay, next race in 10 days. Nothing there. Let's see what happens in Rio. Ugh. There they go. Scuderia Rosini gets back into the driver's seat for the team championship. Ugh. But Tarasenko is still tied for first here. Though surprisingly, it's now Balcazar on top, thanks to that pole win. Husted drops to third. Naito drops to fourth, and Koivilainen is stuck at fifth. Black Panther is now way out of the shooting league. No way they can come back from this. Steinman, though, has a good chance to still snatch it at the last second if they or last leg of the series if they manage to score at least one. score at least one and keep the Scuderia Rossini drivers away from the podium. And that's a bit of a tall order. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. "20 laps, 1 minute 21. Keyta, yeah, I know. Yeah, acceleration again. Yes, yes, I know. What? What do you mean? Where did this 7th come from? Wait, what was that on the news? I saw something on the calendar. Okay, it's for the next event. Save this. After this, we can finally go back to Europe. Hopefully, they'll give us enough money to invest in the car and invest in the HQ so we can get our telecoms. Auto pick, auto pick. Let's do this. Thankfully, it's going to be a bit short with 28 laps, so we can probably finally go home. Oh, it's still the same layout as in the Asia. Perez has now gone up to 12. Nice. Well, Sue's feedback is now 9. That's a shame. Oh no, it's a different layout. Maybe. Okay. I guess pit lane. Yeah, there's a chicane here instead of the old longer hairpin. Hairpin chicane. More hairpins. A couple of straights, but it's going to be acceleration apparently. Somewhat downforce. And we'll go for hards. Okay, that should be enough. Let's see if this works. It's an all-lady powerhouse at the practice run today. Let's see if Perez can provide some more feedback for her car. Okay, flying lap time. Let's go. And that chicane is going to be a bummer as we exit the starting line here in Tondela. Suspension struggling with all of these tight corners. I see. Oh, the Elena is gonna get thrown out, I feel. Oh, Perez coming back. They're both coming back. That's quick. 2 seconds behind. That's kind of annoying. Really bad time for both of our drivers. Why are we at the end of the pit lane? Ooh, downforce needs a bit more adjustment. Suspension needs to be a bit softer. No, a bit harder, maybe? A bit more downforce, maybe. A bit less downforce? No, a bit. Go for 3 laps. Tire choice, still the same tires. Handling could use a bit more work, apparently. But the speed balance is absolutely great. Let's see if this works. It's coming out first. We're dropping really fast, like a fly on or two. That's Perez coming out first. Her knowledge is still pretty low. Or setup knowledge, at least. 6 minutes 45 seconds on in practice left. Anything else to worry about? This long hairpin is still part of the original layout, or rather the European Racing Series layout. Okay, nice job in the handling, it's much better. And then there's the chicane that they added. Instead of the big hairpin. Not exactly doing as well as I want them to. Very least, qualifying trim is up to level 2. Setup knowledge is pretty high for Ario. Our tires are level 2 as well, but we've only got 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in practice, so we're not going to get anything up that. Ario goes up to 16th. Good enough. There could still be... Ooh, never mind. Davis jumps ahead of her on the line. Perez is now... Oh, Perez and Leo are now 15th and 14th. Respectively. Better jump than last time, but hopefully they can actually get something better like this, or better than this, in the qualifying. Really happy with the gear ratios, excellent. We're doing pretty good so far. I think we got a pretty nice setup for the final race of the season. Perez jumps to 11th. And hard tires are now level 3. Do we still have enough time to get anything out of this? I don't think so. Yeah, that's 50 seconds. They're going home. Amachi for a fastest sector there. Pretty good driving from the Australian. Perez just shy of the original qualifying on 10th, but well, everything's gone up now since we got a new sponsor and all. Yeah, that's 2 greens and a purple. I'll take that. Unfortunately, Rio Leonette still needs a bit more work with the handling. Definitely have to work with that soon. Amachi's now on top with a surprising 1 minute 23.865 record. Although Lays Roiba is only 2 seconds behind her with hards. Yeah, okay-ish. Qualifying time, 4th above. Qualifying hard tires. Oh, we still have sweet spots, that's good enough. And qualifying trim. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, keep it like that. Do it one after the other. We'll send Perez later. That overheating on the brakes is annoying. Okay, tires are perfect. It's just the brakes that overheat so much. Come on, come on. Oh, wait, hang on. Not too good on... Oh, wait, I pressed that. Come on, come on. Tires are overheating again. I can't really get these guys done right. That's annoying. Guessing the brakes R&D facility really needs to work well. Ugh, that's not a good number. Gonna be overtaken rather easily, I can feel that. I'm seeing purples right there. Ugh. Yep, Vosu is just silly dropping. Don't have access to super overtake mode anymore, so we can't really give his boost up. Ugh. Perez drops the 13th. 14th maybe. We'll probably be at the back again. Okay, we got 3 greens, I'll take that. Let's switch our tires soon. Come on, just a bit more. We just need to finish this road and then we're good. Well, so we'll have to stay in the back, I think. Good and great. Dang it! I really can't get these things to work properly. Not good enough, not good enough at all. Yeah, Bolster's down to 16, I still got ahead of her. So did Lee. Like DC Somi is the only one who's kind of in the back there. Oh. Oh. Seriously, how do you even balance the brakes and the tires for this one? Do you really need the best level of parts for this? I think you do. I might snatch first for qualifying here. He's still running. Let's see how he ends the sector. Nope, he only goes to third. Amachi is still on top. Not exactly bad, but not exactly great for the Argentinian. That's the only guy who has a real problem here is Makdisi Sami, who's still in the back. There's Amachi coming in for Kruger. Good run from the Australian. Oh, it is a very tight lead with Buenos Aires 800ths of a second behind. The Team Keyta leader is definitely looking to snatch that one. Yep. Vosu is definitely not a happy bunny, and he was already on the way out there. I have to keep an eye out on the weather, yes. And there it is, it's starting to rain. Looks like it's going to be really heavy, so we'll have to sit with inters. But just in case, we're going to go for hard tires. Okay, I think we're good with this. Get it to hards. We might have to switch to wet sooner or later, but 28 laps. Anything can still happen here as Vosu snatches 17th out of the paddock. Surprisingly getting over Esteban, who had some problems with her acceleration there. Bit of a trouble on the entrance to the chicane. But Vosu can't get past Lee, and now we're starting to see some really wet roads here thanks to the rain. Ooh! Vosu with a good out of the way overtake just as they exited the chicane there. I don't think he can keep it up. Yep, he's gonna lose at 16th, with Lee coming back again. Vosu's got some pretty good corner capabilities. It's just that he is not as aggressive when you want him to go aggressively at the straights. Now that's Perez still in 19th, and now Esteban gets ahead. Oop! Oh, crap. Seriously? That's a really bad close to the season. Well, no choice in the matter there. Looks like Vosu will just have to make do. We're going back to Europe anyway, so... Do I even want to use the ERS? It's not really charging a lot because we're not getting enough speed out of the engine. Since we're running really low on patterns here and we don't have the money to make anything yet. Looks like things will dry up a bit after around lap 7. But it'll start drying up really dry. A couple more laps after that. 25 laps to go. Vosu is currently the only driver we have on the field. Buenos Aires coming up with a really good lead now that she took over the pole position from Amachi, who is now 6 seconds behind. Tuna's in is at 5th. Armor jumps up to 7th thanks to the red mushroom. And now Lee is trying to get some overtakes in and successfully gets Davis out of the way. Oof, couldn't get an overtake from Davis there. Good defending from Davis, keeping Bossu out of the way. Not much to work with in the chicane. Traffic's really working its way through here. Oh, that's Davis jumping up 2 places, taking over McDeesey Sami's spot as well. Twenty 23 laps remaining. Everybody else seems to be driving pretty badly. Dang it. And Perez is supposed to be the Tondela expert here. But she kind of got bumped off and crashed into the exit of the first corner right off the bat. Just run this 22 laps to go. "21 laps, we got 8 more. Oof. Buenos Aires still keeping a pace, but Buchalski is trying to get real close using ERS there. McDeesey saw me on the blocking here. There's Davis with the energy recovery rolling really quickly. 18 laps to go. Our tires are now down to 30%. Might have to slow things down a bit. Davis is now down to 18th. Vosu is up to 17th. McDeesey saw me still ahead. Ooh, down to 18th now. Bit of a change there. Lee is in the back, but he's using his ERS pretty nicely. We'll have to pit for fresh tires soon, going for another set of inters. We're going to be switching out after around lap 14 anyway, so let's not refuel and just go for a pit lane for a tire change. Although that puts Vosu in the back now. Now 16 laps to go, we're starting lap 13 and Vosu is way behind. There's a lot of parts problems over there at the back for some reason. I have no idea how that happened. Vosu's at condition 1. Not exactly a good spot. Everybody else seems to have gone for endurance now as they're starting to switch things up a bit. Might have to switch out as well. Okay, let's change that front wing. Well, Sue will have to give up his spot here. Okay, back to 18th again. Now we're going for endurance. 14 laps to go. Although the roads are still a bit damp, and it looks like we might have to switch out after all. Probably around lap 21. But we're the only drivers that have gone for 2 pit lane changes. Where's Esteva? She's currently down to 14th after Late Ruba takes over. Buenos Aires Santori, Allenquist. Buenos Aires, Santori, and Denningfist are the only drivers in inters right now. Probably banking on keeping their tires dry. Or keeping the tires wet until the rain starts again around lap 18, 19 maybe? But looks like they're also switching out. Yep, Centauri has gone for mediums, Dellingfist has gone for hards. Buenos Aires still driving. The question is how far they'll go with this. 11 laps to go. I think we should go for... Can we go for inters? No. Yeah, let's go for wets instead. But we're pretty much left behind anyway, so... That's a little early. Yep, there goes McDC saw me now. Now we're getting blue flagged by Bochalski, surprisingly, who's taken over Bueno Zardo, who just came out of pit lane with mediums. Nine laps to go. We still got 9 and 56 in the fuel tank, but we're now 96 seconds behind. Dude, you're gonna get wet in a minute. Stay with your tires. We're gonna get blue flagged again, this time by Amachi. Everybody's on the blue flags now. Seven laps to go. We're still here in the back. The others have gone for wets. Like DC saw me is 6 seconds ahead of us. I don't think we're gonna be able to catch him. It's everybody else on wets now. Six laps to go. Getting blue flagged so hard, being at the back. 4 seconds behind McDeasy saw me now. Where's Esteva? Esteva is currently at 12. Pretty good driving from the Spaniard there. 5 laps to go. Just need to let this run through pass. No, that's way behind. 97, 1 to 3. 6 seconds behind again. 4 laps to go. No track grip. The rain's still rolling, but it's a bit lighter now. Now down to 52% on tires. Not much of an issue there, as we've only got 3 laps to go. Oh, Amachi ran wide. That's gonna eat her out and prevent her from getting any more points. But she still got a chance to get 3rd overall. And the track's about to dry up a bit. Now 2 laps to go. There's McDC saw me just 3 seconds ahead of us. Final lap. Let's see if we can actually get through that. Just hitting the boost here so that we get some short bursts. See if we still got it. No, I don't think we're gonna get a chance to overtake her. Just finish the race. We're already in the back anyway. Alright, come on, just end the race already so we can finally set up for the next season. Yeah, there goes Bueno Zardo. Once again, showing some serious dominating performance here in Tondela. And finishing the Asia Pacific Super Cup at the top of the table. Need to check these. Ow! Sylvander still got a demotion there. 6 places! Because of some parts breaking. Ugh. Amachi is still managing to get that points boost. I saw that post that says Western Industries did well today, but they still suck, which is kind of weird because we're day last and we lost one of our drivers early in the race too. Oh no! Why did she drop? Why? What happened? Marketability is now way down. We still got 70,000 out of that for some reason. Mostly because yeah, because the wait no, that can't be right. Is she also driving? There it is. Oh, Boa Esperanza as Emmanuel Amora actually got the top win there, despite the fact that it was Team Keyta that scored more wins. I think 4 race wins, 10 podiums, no DNFs. Boa Esperanza also scores the team championship. Alright, let's see if they're gonna give us any decent amount of money. So then there's... Oof! Yeah, 88% because of damage. Yeah, okay. 95% on morale, not too bad. Gonna retreat. Kanazawa is still there, just waiting. Car repair complete. Good, thanks for that. We're definitely gonna need somebody like you right now. Excellent work there, Perez. She's at 30, but we can once we get a new driver on the list, hopefully we'll get somebody out there. Now, I've only got people on the stars there. Could go with Kane or probably Matila Jurovic. If they want to talk, of course. We'll probably wait until the contracts have run down. Okay, let's see who we want to go. I think we can still renew. On contract. Okay, let's see with this one. And who's the other one? Oh, our other race mechanic, that's Miss Jessica Legg, who still has a good amount of setups we can work with, I think. She's still interested in working with us, that's good. 28. Oh, she's now going for a long contract, which means she's gonna stay with us for a while. Okay, let's see if this works. Now, I think we can go and talk to a couple of drivers in our scouting list. Yeah, I think Matilda Jurovic is good, even though, yeah, the problem is she's not a pay driver, so we're probably going to be getting some equal stat. Okay. Reserves. She wants end of 2029. Nice signing fee. Okay. Let's go with that. We'll talk with some of these drivers on the off season. Okay, let's see if things change. Okay, here's our promotion and demotion list. Ann Lipschitz has retired from Steinman. What do we get? $20 million! Right on the cue ball, but that's only gonna leave us $707 million to get the HQ running. Short! I'm short! Are you kidding me? Motorsport driver season, that's Bruno Buonazardo. Bruno Buonazardo gets okay. Yeah, thanks for the service, Vosu. Leo Mines is already retired, so is Garuda Racing's Agni Doshi. Okay, let's see those promotion relegations. Yep. The top team? That's Lucatelli. Looks like Lucatelli managed to score that. Okay, the points are now only for the top 6, spec front wings, real safety car only, and no Beijing Grand Prix. Which means we got a lot of work ahead of us because they're now they're going for points for top 6, which is going to be a bit of a pain. Oh, Esperanza is now up in the top flight. Rezato Corsa goes back down to Asia Pacific. Watson Industries has now dropped down to take care of the spot they left behind. Oh, they're always the offer has been accepted. Colvin, Cardenas, Galias. Okay. Signed here. Miskoleg's still considering. How about drivers? Okay, Matilda Jurovic is still considering. Hopefully she'll be okay. Well, go with the European Racing Series again. Let's see our car parts. That was a little too quick, don't you think? Okay, let's see the scouting list. Maybe. Okay, some of these guys still haven't signed up. So if Jurovic doesn't sign up, we can probably talk to Kane or Carlson. I don't think Vyhovsky's in the mood to talk to us since we're pretty low. Do we want to design the car now? There's no other choice, I suppose. What we got? We got $71 million. Hang on. Every dang time I have to recheck my notes again for designing next year's car because I keep forgetting if you want to go for speed or durability. Okay, for engine. Okay. So we have to go with a... Marisol seems nice, since it's a bit cheaper. The fuel efficiency is only weak instead of very weak, and though we'll lose a +1 to base stats modifier, I think we can handle that. Okay, it's going now. Go for fuel with improved ability. Oceania, I mean. Yeah, I'll go for weak and weak again. Material supplier. So we're going for someone who's got good tire wear. Tire heating not so much, so guttable on it is then. Although we're gonna lose some money for that. Brake supplier. Choice tire. They're the most expensive. Guess we'll have to make do with that. Battery supplier? Dang it. Are we seriously going for ERS? Not good with ERS. Hang on, hang on. Starting charge 10%, harvest efficiency 67. They're the cheapest, and they don't start charge as pretty good, being a 10% charge, but their harvest efficiency is higher than Electrify. Slightly cheaper too. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Okay, so we need to go with someone who is much more efficient with charging. Which unfortunately means we'll have to go with XLQ. That's gonna be a bad starting charge, but with a 99% harvest efficiency, a lot more power is gonna come back at us, so I think that's gonna be okay. Thankfully, we still have a decent amount of money, but unfortunately, we cannot use that money to invest into our road car factory this season, which means we'll have to wait until next season, but first we have to perform more decently. Okay, I think we can go with this. Hopefully this will be enough. Fortunately, I don't think I can touch in on that, since I need to do something before the end of the run, so we'll have to postpone the continuation of this ERS car building until next time we play Motorsport Manager. For the time being, though. Oh wait, hang on. We can probably go ahead and purchase our current options now. Ugh, that's a good enough build-up. But that's it. That's going to be it for now. And we'll have to continue the pre-season checks and then the start of the 2027 season next time we go back to Motorsport Manager. For the time being, though, thank you so much for dropping by. Sorry if it felt like we were just phoning it in, because we were, technically speaking. It is, after all, the end of the 2026 season, and, how shall we say this? We didn't expect things to go well in our first APS season, but that was worse than I thought it would be. Let's be honest. How do you call it? I thought we can handle things with just the parts we had at the start of the season, but looks like it was a case of somebody who had some serious wishful thinking, mostly because we managed to run out from a stock race circuit, and we had to deal with the more advanced teams that have been in the Asia Pacific Super Cup for longer than we have been driving. So yeah, a lot of performance needs to be done. Performance builds up, of course. Thankfully, because we have a decent amount of starting money right now, and we're probably going to get some more once the chairman asks us what what target uh, what target placing we'll have. Probably have enough money to build up the road car factory, and then we can focus on expanding the HQ, and then build up until we can go over to the go up to the main, or go up to the Asia Pacific Cup after we actually build up our resources here in the ERS. That's going to be a while. So we'll have to labor up again. Anyway, if you got any complaints or violent reactions about the stream tonight, I would really appreciate it if you could drop me a line on my Twitter or my Pixiv. If you got a hankering for the older Motorsport Manager streams that have expired here on Twitch, or if you're looking for other VODs of stuff we've already done before, please check the VOD archive linked in the About tab of my profile page, and also searchable on YouTube under the same channel name. That's Lurk at Work with a U instead of an O. By the way, if you're checking the VOD, thanks for dropping by. Sorry for the absolutely terrible performance there. Our drivers and our team weren't really prepared to engage the higher level, higher flight of racing. So we'll have to lick our wounds and try again from the lowest level of racing. Hopefully this time we'll be able to do something much more efficiently. If you got a hankering, if you're looking for some better streams or better VODs to check, there's always something else on the channel that might interest you. I hope you can check out that. Anyway, speaking of the channel, if you got a friend who might be interested in the stuff I stream, or who just wants to complain about PNG streamers in general, please do not hesitate to share my channel with them, twitch.tv/work at work. I would really appreciate the extra eyes. A little more exposure would help. Anyway, that's all for me for now. Tomorrow could be a different game, or it could be something else entirely. Just keep an ear out on the socials for that. Lurk at Work is now RTB, but if you're still in the mood, I can send you over to somebody who's doing a murder mystery game on Twitch right now. If you're not, and you're heading out for the night, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Good night for those who are heading out, and stand by for those who are about to be sent over.